Project Glide is used in the classroom to integrate literacy skills along with the content knowledge that students are supposed to be learning. It's a model of professional development that focuses on a balanced language approach. It incorporates all areas of literacy, including listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Many students do not think about their thinking, and we want them to start making connections to prior knowledge that they have. Think, where have they heard this before, and how does this new knowledge connect to the old knowledge?
GLAD training has increased our collaboration amongst our teams. It has connected them in terms of talking about strategies, what's best for students, and learning and achievement.
Our district decided to develop trainers so that we had support in our district to continue to support the development of the strategies and support of the program. Since becoming agency trainers, my training partner Katie and I have gone on to become Project Glide consultants. And this level of training allows us to travel to other districts and spread the training that way rather than everyone having to send their teachers to us.
The first part involves a 2-day overview. And in the 2-day overview, teachers are with the Project Glide trainers, and we are instructing teachers on how the strategies are implemented in the classroom, and they're taking notes on the research behind the strategy, the rationale of why we are using each of these instructional strategies, and then we're instructing them on the key points.
And in the demonstration, they are able to see in the morning a compacted Project Glide unit with real students in the classroom. I'll be working with a classroom of students in the front of the room.
The other coach is in the back of the room, working with the teachers, pointing out some of the things that they are watching at the front of the room, reminding them of the key points of each of the strategies and how they would take the information back and implement this in their own setting. In the afternoons of the demonstration, the teachers have a couple of hours to ask questions, to work with us, the trainers, to be able to plan for implementation in their classroom.
Put your heads together. What information is missing on this process? What information is missing?
When we have them turn and talk, it gives the opportunity for everyone to have an answer, for everyone to be engaged in the lesson, and practice speaking and listening to another person. Directly correlates to the Common Core standards.
What other teams need to go still? Red team, number 3.
We use cooperative learning with numbered heads. Each student has a number that they are assigned at the beginning of the unit, and then you pull spoons in order for them to decide who gets to answer.
The pictorial is a graphic organizer where I model and I teach the vocabulary by making a picture and putting all the words in a visual form so that the students can go back to that chart anytime they need it. What I like also about that strategy to review and have the kids so close to me is that we can get into a communication very close, and I can use those words and go a little bit higher in their thinking, in their thoughts, so that I ask questions related to their own lives.
And the mind map takes information that they've learned in the pictorial input chart and organizes the information in categories so students can access that information easier. We've given it to them once through the pictorial input, and now they're taking that information from the picture and putting it into a graphic organizer. They take the information from the mind map and then put it into the process grid. Eventually, we'll use that process grid to write an informational text.
Many of the teachers will come to us and they'll say that a lot of what they're seeing in Project GLAD just makes so much sense to them. When they come to a GLAD training and they see it all together and it just kind of packaged up so that they see this flow of strategies and the full implementation, they can go back to their classroom and it just revolutionizes their teaching.
I think the biggest benefits of GLAD is that it engages all levels of learners. It engages our ELL learners, our students with special needs. It engages our students who are above expectations and are gifted. It allows the differentiation to happen and allows students to participate in strategies that connects to what they like and in strategies that they can learn no matter where they are in the levels of their learning.
The wonderful thing about Project GLAD is that the strategy set, for the most part, is the same from kindergarten through high school.
I used to be more like the regular teacher that was more keeping the students, in their seats, and I was the one who was giving the lesson, like a lecture with the board. But then GLAD provided a way that the students are not only receiving the lesson, but they're part of the lesson.